Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Amanda here with Naughty Body Boutique. Today we are going to be making one of the last soaps for the spring collection. This fragrance is from Nature's Fragrance. I made this in the past. It's a fragrance my mom actually had to talk me out of keeping the entire loaf because I really liked it. It was not florally, it was not fruity, it was just like this perfect balance of florals, fruit, musk, woodsy. It just was amazing, just so great. So then, once she talked me out of keeping it, I brought it to my only show that I did in 2019 for Christmas, and I sold out of the entire loaf. I never even got to bring it home. So in addition to making soap today, I'm also going to be talking about the struggles of being a stay-at-home / work-at-home mom when your kids and fiance are sick and you're trying to just not lose it and freak out on everyone. In this video, you might hear my toddler upstairs screaming. He's 3, just getting over being sick, and he's really crabby today. And his room is right above the studio here. And then I also have my 10-year-old out in the other part of the basement watching TV and possibly playing Xbox. He tends to scream at the Xbox. I will never understand that, but I guess that's just a boy thing. I know that I'm not alone in that struggle. So we're going to dive back into the soap here. In the container, I've got the melted butters and oils along with kaolin clay and organic coconut milk. We're going to take this and we're going to mix it with our lye solution, and then we'll be back to break this off into colors. Alright, let's start pouring off into our colors here. Today I'm going to be using titanium dioxide as my main color, and then I'm going to actually add, I believe it's Chantilly Lace from Chic and Classy bathandbody.com. I don't think that's what they're actually called now, but I'm going to be adding that to my bigger container of white, which titanium dioxide. And then I'm also using raspberry red mica from Nurture Soap and orchid purple, also from Nurture Soap. So into this bucket, I'm going to add my titanium dioxide, and then some of this Chantilly lace. And the reason I'm going to add this is to see if I can get some sparkles, if I can get it open. That was difficult. So we're just going to add a bunch of this in here. And I've never used this before, so I'm not sure if we're going to get the sparkles or not, but it's really pretty. And I'm going to add some of my fragrance oil in and get this stick blended. Now with titanium dioxide, you've got to stick blend it, otherwise that true white does not come out. And you're pretty much just left with your kind of cream colored base if you try to blend it with, or I'm sorry, not stick blend it, but if you try to mix it with hand. So let's give this a mix, and then we'll get going on our other colors. So I'm not sure if that Chantilly lace is going to come through, that shimmer is going to come through in the soap, but man, when I started the stick blender, it sure did send some sparkles up into my face. Don't do a disco ball in here. Alright, so we've got this mixed. Let's go on to our other colors. Do our raspberry red mica. So okay, last week my fiance had just a minor surgery on his knee. So he's kind of been home since Thursday. He had some training on Monday and Tuesday, but he was home early on Tuesday. Tuesday, while he was still gone, my younger son, my 3-year-old, he started to get sick, running fevers, actually getting sick, just not being himself. He fell asleep for a nap without being prompted. He hates naps. So I'm like, okay, great. We've got the flu going on in here. Wasn't going to take him to the doctor, and then something told me, should probably take him in. So I took him in on Wednesday after we couldn't get his fever to stay away. He had strep throat. Mind you, he does not leave. We don't leave the house very often, so where he got strep throat from, there's no explanation. My older son does go to school, and he doesn't have it. I don't have it, so I'm not really sure how that happened. The same day, my fiance also went to the doctor to see what was going on with him. Thought for sure he was going to have strep. Nope, severe upper respiratory infection. So it's like, oh, wonderful. Got 2 people in the house, severely sick, contagious as all get up. And so I have spent my week taking care of them, administering medicines, medicine reminders, Tylenol, fever reducers, washing bedding. Now I wash everybody's bedding about once every 2 weeks. Not this week. Not this week. This week I wash the bedding multiple times, in addition to towels and rags for cleanups and scrubbing down couches from my son getting sick, and it's just kind of been one of those nightmare weeks. So, and then on top of it, we had a horrible, horrible snowstorm. The snow was literally falling for about 12 hours, the size of snowballs. Like there was no way you could miss this. It was not just a light snow. It was like snowballs flying from the sky. It just was one of those things. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it's like, oh my goodness, seriously? On top of everything else this week? Oh my goodness. All right, I will be right back. I've got to go prep the mold that I forgot about. All right, let's give these a quick mix here. Get the colors going. And then I'll give that another quick mix by hand to get everything fully incorporated. I don't want to stick blend this too much because I do need this to be rather fluid for my design. So give this a quick mix. So, okay, we've got the sicknesses, we've got the snow. Then my 10-year-old, he had to have a tooth pulled today. It was just a baby tooth, or I'm sorry, not today, Thursday? He had to have a tooth pulled, a baby tooth. There was some kind of infection or something going on between his baby tooth and adult tooth. And if we kept it in there, it was only going to get worse. And this baby tooth was not due to fall out for probably about another 2 years, I believe is what the dentist said. So he had to get that done. He handled that like a trooper. I really expected him to milk it for a bit, but he didn't. So then fast forward to today. My 3-year-old, you know, he's feeling a bit better here. And so he got a chocolate donut for breakfast. Not a chocolate, but it had a chocolate top on it, frosting. It had chocolate frosting. And it got everywhere, all over his mouth, his hands, everything. So I guess when we told him to go clean it up, you know, we mean water or even a baby wipe. No, he decided to use my hair towel, which I use to dry off my face and my hair when I'm done in the shower. So right before I came down to make this video, I jumped into a quick shower, get out, and I go to dry my face off, and I feel something on my face. He did not use water or a baby wipe first. He used my towel. So here, you know, freshly showered, and I have chocolate smeared all over my face. It's like, oh, isn't this just lovely? So that's kind of been my week in like quick fast forward. I'm sure I'm missing things, or there's some things that are just too gross to even begin mentioning on the video. So we're going to get back to the soap. I poured in my entire container of white, leaving some for the top. And then I'm going to pour the purple in. And then the pink. We're going to go high. And then come down low. And make a mess. We're going to do another round of purple. Going to scrape some of this out. Don't need all of that for the top. Okay. And then come back in with the pink. And I know you guys are used to seeing me do the bamboo swirl, but I think I'm going to do the hanger tool today. Kind of break up those colors in the bar, if I know where my hanger tool is. Alright, pause for dramatic effect while I try to find that tool. Oh, right in front of my face here. And under paper towels. Alright, so I'm just going to go down. And this isn't really to blend it. You don't want to do too much. You just want to do some playing. Alright, now that I am done playing, we'll scrape this off, smack this down, clean off my hands, and then we'll come back and we'll do the top. So, we've got that done. Now let's start with our top. We're going to do white, purple, and then pink. And the white thickened up on me a lot. I think I've mentioned in my previous videos that titanium dioxide, I'm not sure if it's because I soap at a very, very low temperature, like room temperature, which my studio is about 65 degrees on normal days. I've got my vents shut because a lot of the things I work with don't like the heat. And we've had the house really warm these last couple days because of everybody being sick and fevers and feeling like they're freezing and dying. So I've got one vent in here, and then I've also got a bathroom in my office. So I've got both vents closed, bathroom door is shut, and then I keep my door to my office shut, not just for the temperature, but also so the dog doesn't come in, kids don't come in, that kind of thing. Okay. Splatter on some of this pink. Just gonna fling it. If I make a mess, it's a mess. That's okay today. I've been cleaning up messes all week. What's a few more, right? So if any of my subscribers, or if you're watching this video and you're a stay-at-home mom, I'd love to hear some of your horror stories, and I'm sure everyone else would appreciate it too. It's so nice when you know that you're not alone. I mean, you just feel hopeless. Like, seriously, Tuesday? No, I'm sorry, Monday. Monday, I forgot. My older son was home from school for Martin Luther King Day. And that's when my toddler was still feeling pretty good. So it was nothing but fighting and screaming. That day, I seriously was ready to take a bath with a toaster. I told my fiance that while he was out of town on training. And his reply, "Don't do that. I like that toaster." Gee, thanks, honey. I'm feeling the love here. So, if you've got some other stories, I'd love to hear them. Make us all feel like we're not alone. We're not all crazy. Seriously, being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. You've got the kids and doctor's appointments and sports, and, you know, you've got pets and just all this other stuff to do. So that's a full-time job in and of itself. But then when you have, you know, either work from home for a company, or you do what I do and have a small business, it just is 5 times harder, because if your kids are sick, or, you know, you've got to take the time out of your day to be able to accommodate for appointments. None of my kids are in sports right now because one's too small, and then the other one, he actually broke his leg in 2 places and crushed his growth plate back last April. So just to make sure that everything's healing right, we haven't put him in any sports. We don't want him to get injured any further than he already is. We should be going to his last ortho appointment. I had to cancel the one on Thursday because I was not bringing like a strep throat infected gross toddler into a doctor's office. That's just not fair. So he's got it next Thursday. Not too sure if it's going to actually be his last. So let's smack this down. Not sure if it's going to be his last appointment because he keeps complaining that his knee is locking up on him, which is never a good sign. So we'll see how that growth plate is doing, and hopefully everybody gets to feeling better and I can kind of relax on the laundry and disinfecting. So let's get this swirl going here. I'm going to do a figure 8 on this one. I might do some glitter. This is, I mean, obviously by the colors, it's a definite, more of a feminine blend. But I don't know if I want to do glitter. I do have pink and purple eco glitters, but we'll see. Okay. Try to give this another good smack. Alright. To glitter or not to glitter? That is the question. I think I'm going to go look at the glitters and see what I've got. I don't know why, but for the spring collection I keep forgetting about glitters. I'm losing it here, people. Alright, so all of my glitters are from Nurture Soap. They're all eco-friendly and biodegradable, which means pretty much they have no plastic in them. So they're not harmful to the environment. Alright, so I think we're going to do some Dark Rose Bio Glitter and Mardi Gras EnviroGlitter. Both of those, which again are from Nurture Soap. We're just going to do a quick shimmy shimmy on the top here after I clean off my spoon. I can't believe that this spring collection is almost done already. Normally it takes me forever to get soaps done because, well, kids, dog, household, you know, all the stuff that we just talked about. But this one went by so fast. So I'm actually in the process of trying to decide on some all-around soaps. You know, some face soaps, more men's soaps. The face soap is definitely a trial because I want to get that right the first time. So I've been really looking into ingredients, what's good for your face. I know jojoba oil is really good for your face, so that will definitely be in there. I love using hemp oil, and avocado oil is another good one that I like to use. So those are in the mix, or not in the mix, those are in the works. And then I've already got the summer collection, fall collection, and winter collection. So I'm just kind of trying to find some of those in between ones. Alright, to get this cleaned up around the edges a little bit, I used a little bit of scrap paper towel I allow myself for each one. So we're going to do this by hand. And this is literally what I allow myself to use when I soap, is just this itty bitty little towel. The rest I actually use a rag that's behind me on another desk. Try not to use too many paper products. That's why I switched over from using cups and pre-mixing my micas. So instead of pre-mixing my micas in oil like I used to, I actually just dump the powder in. I really don't want to have to keep using not plastic, but paper cups, because since there is mica in there, I have to throw them away, otherwise they're going to just trash everything else in the recycle bin. So until I can get my hands on some reusable cups, dishes, stuff that's not going to stain, we're just going to keep it with this. So let's come in here for a closer look now. We've got lots of sparkles going on.